Hello and all, welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one we're going to discuss Ilia Topuria's comments on Merab Umar Nurmagomedov, UFC 311. Before getting started, make sure to like, subscribe, click that notification to get all it is that is new from this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. Ilia Topuria comes out with some statements after UFC 311. He says that this is what happens when basically the Georgian style of wrestling meets the Dagestani style of wrestling. Merab is tough as nails. Personally, I grew much more respect for him after that night. And it must be said, I was the first to say it, Umar was not ready for this type of challenge. He just looked very flimsy in parts of the fight. So there was that part of it. And there was also the fact that Merab is a phenomenal fighter. I mean, there was certain points where he was just literally tossing the guy around. I mean, almost literally tossing him around. I didn't think that would be the case with Umar, but it turned out to be so. Now, this is not conclusive. This was the result for that moment. This does not dismiss the 29-year-old Umar Nurmagomedov from being the future champion of this division. Obviously, this was just a snapshot in time, but clearly the guy was not ready. But also, it has to be said, the level of wrestling that Merab brings to the table is absolutely relentless. The guy is a nightmare to deal with, not only for Umar. If we look at his past 5 opponents, if I'm not mistaken, it goes Jose Aldo, Peter Yan, former champion, right? Then he goes Henry Cejudo, former champion, Olympic medalist. Then he goes Sugar Sean O'Malley, former champion, and now the undefeated Umar Nurmagomedov. In all honesty, perhaps Umar was it should have been the easiest fight, just taking into consideration the guy's past 5 performances. So, was Umar that bad, or is just Merab's that good, right? Personally, I overestimated Umar's wrestling abilities. He's just not at the same level as his cousin Habib. Obviously, they have the standard to live up to, which is very difficult, right? But the guy did start off as a striker. He's a kickboxer base, and that was clear. It's clearly evident. We just thought, personally, I thought he was going to be a better wrestler, but I halfway agree with Ilia. Yeah, that's when that's like when a Habib level wrestler meets the rest, sort of say, or an Islam level wrestler meets the rest. It's going to look like that. With all respect to Umar, but in terms of even striking, he did not have the power to push Merab back. But it's just that Merab is that tough. He's just that tough. This guy has true potential, the 34-year-old, to perhaps even go to featherweight at some point in the future. Personally, I gained so much more respect for Merab after UFC 311, and that has to be said. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments and like, subscribe for more.